Hello, everyone. Welcome to These Are the Maker's Quest. I don't have all the details in front of me, but if you guys have seen the Maker's Quest around, I know Paula and Dee Dee and Tula have been doing like crochet. I don't know how to do that, but I'm gonna be cross stitching today. So I'm still getting used to everything for this, but we'll figure it out as we go. Let me know who all is here. I don't know if we'll have friends join us on screen or not. I hope so, but I also know that these were kind of last minute because I joined and scheduled earlier this week, so I need to schedule my other ones so that I'll probably do. I have 3 days picked out, 3 Fridays. So this Friday is my first one, and then next Friday and the following Friday. It will depend on my schedule, but I'm gonna try to stick to Fridays. Trying to find my. And I was trying to find a way to like tie in the color of the thumbnail to the same color for like my comments and things. And I don't know if I'll be able to do it. We're gonna try though. Ooh, this one's pretty close. Maybe. So while I wait for a couple of you to come in, I'm gonna see if I can find this magical color. I think I'm doing more pinkish. And I probably need. Ooh, that's pretty close. That is pretty close.
I want to be comfortable, but
I
want to be comfortable. I want to be
Hold on. Sorry. The kids, they just walk up and they just start talking. And they don't know if I'm live or not. All right, so I think we're gonna go with this color. I love you. You go play. You're the best mommy. Okay. Go play. I want them to go play. Okay. I think this color that you see here with my name, I think that's gonna be the best color. So let's see who else here, and I will go ahead and get in to the first sprint. I don't have the camera that so you guys can see what I'm cross stitching, but I'll show you my progress before and after until I can get that figured out. I also think I might be able to just go like this, maybe, but you can't really see it because of the lighting, I think. We'll see. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Molly is here. Yay, Alicia. Hi, Molly. Long time no see. I believe you were in the Morning Time Pirates this morning. Amanda says, hey, Alicia, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty well. It's Friday, so can't complain. The weekend is upon us, and we are currently on spring break. So the kids are doing their thing. They're enjoying their time off, and they go back to school on Tuesday. I don't know why they don't go back on Monday, but for their school it says it's a non-student day. So, but we are enjoying the time off. Yeah, I had muted myself because one of my kids came in, and then I just carried on like normal because I thought I had unmuted. Um, Amanda says, "Have you gone to Epic Universe yet for spring break?" I have not, but the last time I went to Epic was for Valentine's Day. I do want to make plans to go to the other parks like Islands and those, so those are in the works. Um, Molly says, "No one can hear you, Alicia." I know because I muted myself. Um, and there I am. All right, but I'm going to start the first timer, so I will see everyone back in 45 minutes. Hello, and welcome back from that sprint. How did everyone do on the first sprint? I had to untangle all of my yarn, and just now, as the sprint was ending, I had to get a knot out of my thread. So, but let me finish this stitch here real quick. And I don't know how much you'll be able to see because it's a very, very light blue color. They call it light aqua green. To be honest, this kind of looks like a mint color, but I could be wrong. Okay. I finished that little stitch. So, if I can get my needle to go through the canvas. This is what I'm working on. So when I started, I was over here adding in some dark pink, and then I don't think you'll be able to see it, but right at the end of my finger, there's like a very dark blue, excuse me, not dark blue, a very light aqua color that looks like this. And I started stitching that. That's going to be for the mason jar that's in the picture. When I'm done, it'll look like this. So I'm like right around here. I'm doing, you can kind of see there's a light blue that goes on the inside. That's what I'm working on. That's what I'm working. You guys didn't hear a word I said because it unmuted, but it didn't unmute. I'm right here. I finished off the dark pink that's in here, and then we started with a very light mint, aqua, green, blue, whatever you want to call it. They call it light aqua green, and I don't know what you'll be able to see, but it's like right here. That's where I've started, and that is part of the mason jar at the top here. Let's see who all is here. I know a couple of friends came in, and then we'll get into the next sprint. I think this was our last comment where we left off. I had muted myself and I didn't unmute. Apparently, I have a problem with muting and unmuting today. Tula came in and said, "Hi, Alicia. Hope all is well. So far, so good. It is Friday, so we're working on a couple of different things. This is my first Maker's Quest sprints, so I'm so excited. I'm still working on creating a specific description, but I do have all of the co-hosts in there. I went through and added them. I don't think it turned into a link though, so I have to figure that out. And then Tula said, "Popping in to say hi and tickle the like button." I'm gonna pronounce this wrong and I'm sorry. Is it Edid? I did. It is that holiday today. I will figure it out how to say it. So they're out and about visiting friends. Very cool. I hope that you have a great day for that. And this is where I said hello and hope that the day is going well. Ren, hello, everyone. Hi, Ren. Probably will be watching YouTube videos for a bit. No worries. Glenda says, hello, Alicia and everyone. Hello, hello. And this is me popping in to say hello. Glenda says, happy and blessed Eided. I keep wanting to say Eided for some reason, but I don't know if that's right. To Tula and Muslims around the world who celebrate it. Vanessa came in with all the waving pink hands. Hello, hello. And I did say hello. She says, popping in for a few to give the stream some love. Thank you, thank you. Got to start my Zoom co-working before the end of the current sprint, though, so I'll be gone before the chatty vid. No worries. I'm happy that you were able to pop in. Hi, Alicia. I hope you get good work done on the crafts. Me too. It takes me a little bit, but once I get started and I like find a color and the rhythm, then I can do it pretty quickly. But being that I haven't worked on this in a while, it might take a bit. But we'll get there. We'll make some sort of progress today. Glenda says hello to Vanessa. And hey, Glenda, how are you doing from Vanessa? Glenda says good here, Vanessa, and you. Tula says thank you, Alicia. We're opening gifts later, and I can't wait. Ooh, very cool. Atula says thank you to Glenda. And Vanessa says, I'm hanging in, being productive today. So yay. We love to see the productivity. Vanessa says, okay, need to pop out for prep for co-working. Have a great rest of your stream. Thank you, thank you. And I'm sorry, I apologize if you hear chatting in the background. That is my kids. They do have off from school today. Corey, I believe this is Corey. Hello, lovelies, hugging the like button. Thank you, thank you. And Amberly popped in. Hey, hey. We also had a Shannon pop in. Hi, hi. Made friends with the like button. Thank you, thank you. Mel is here. Hey, Alicia. And hey, friends in the chat. Hey, Mel. Welcome in. Molly says, almost done with mom's document. Yay! Jessie Kiwi says, morning. Nothing like a river butt in your face to wake you up. Oh, no. I've had that happen a couple of times with my cats. It is not the pleasant thing to see in the morning. They did all turn into links. Oh, yay. I didn't know if it was going to, because when I looked at it, it didn't look like it had. So let me see. Oh, good. Okay. I guess on my end, when I was inputting them, it didn't look like they had turned into links, but I see all of the links there. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Jen is here from Literary Love. Hi, Alicia and friends. Happy Ostera and Spring Equinox. Yes, today is the first day of spring. Then that's perfect because we've got flowers here. I couldn't have planned it better myself. I just picked one, to be honest, the one I was currently working on. It is also Ostera. Happy Eided. I'm going to go with Eided. To you, faithful, and anyone else here who celebrates.
I saw baby.
Jen says, blessed Eided. I'm seeing Molly's comment, and she's like, EED. So Eided. To those who celebrate. Thank you, Molly. I will. It's not because I don't celebrate it. It's not that I don't notice it. I notice other holidays. It's just I never know how to pronounce it, and I never want to butcher it. So I just go. I will learn because I want to learn more about how to pronounce things and how to pronounce words that I don't know. And that was one of them. So thank you, Molly. I want to be more mindful. Jesse Kiwi says, no, not pleasant, especially considering he is a rag doll. Oh, gosh. My grandma had rag dolls, so yeah. Especially if they're very floofy. I think my Simon was like that. I think he was part Maine Coon, part rag doll, and he was very floofy. So that is never a fun time. Oh, we jumped comments here. Blessed Ostera, says Jesse. Yes. Amberly, feels more like summer. Right now, I think we're getting colder temperatures. For whatever reason, we've decided here in Florida that we're going to do the opposite. Let's see. Oh, it has gone up. It was saying that it was in the 60s, and now we're at 75, and our high is 78. So, we'll be in, it looks like, we'll be in the 80s starting tomorrow and through to next Saturday, but it also looks like we'll have some rain. So, I don't like the hot temperatures either. Jesse says, or the opposite celebration for us is in the SH. I can never remember what it is. I think it's Mabon. In the southern hemisphere. I got it. Yeah, because while we're in spring, you guys are kind of doing your fall, yes? I can never remember how that works. I think you guys are always opposite of what we are. So while we're in spring and summer, you guys are in fall and winter, maybe? Jen says fell. Feels more like summer here too. Ah, gotcha. Yes. I'm not looking forward to the true summer of Florida because we're gonna probably have dog days of summer early instead of it like being August timeframe. Makes it hard to go to the theme parks. Amberly says, what a nice break for you. Enjoy it for me. And Amberly says, I think we might hit 90 today. Ooh. Make sure you stay cool. That'd be a popsicle day for me. Southern hemisphere. Yeah. I got there eventually. I figured it out. We are in fall. Okay. Yeah. So when we're in spring, you guys are in fall. Gotcha. I remember all of this from like geography, but I don't because we covered so much. So northern and southern, I always remember that it's opposite, which is a hard concept for me to think about sometimes. Glenda says hello, Molly, and also to highs to Jesse Kiwi and Amberly. I don't look forward to summer here on the Alabama Gulf Coast either. Nope. I don't blame you. Because it's going to be hot. Amberly says, hey, Glenda. And Mel says, hey to Glenda. And we got about 30 seconds before our next sprint. I need to make sure that I star the comments because I didn't last time. And the first part of the sprint, you'll probably see me get up and go off camera because now it's lunchtime for us. So I've got to make the kids lunch, and then I'll probably eat my lunch real quick. So I'll go off camera and then I'll get back to cross stitching. But I will see you guys back in 45 minutes. Happy sprinting. All right. How did we do on that sprint? And I remembered to unmute myself. I got the kiddos lunch. I made my lunch, which you probably saw I had leftover spaghetti. And then after I was done, I was able to do some more of the blue that's right here. You're not going to be able to see it because of the lighting, but I promise you there is a little bit of a light blue. I mean, it's a very, very light blue. But I got some of that done. So we're working our way. I don't know if you'll be able to see it better here, but we're working our way across the top of the jar. And then so I'm over here, then I'll be able to go down and around, at least with that color. So let's see where everybody got to or up to. I know we had a couple of people join us. There we go. The last comment we had, Mel was saying hi to Glenda. And Glenda said, hello, Mel. Jesse Kiwi says, that's okay. I'm always following the Northern Hemisphere calendar for the Wiccan holidays. I tend to forget about most of them. I will pay attention when it gets closer to like Samhain, which is near Halloween. And I'll pay attention to Yule. And then, of course, like the spring and summer equinoxes. But I need to be better about remembering most of them. I actually have a book that I want to read. I think it's called The Year of the Witch, and it basically tells you like where all of the different things are throughout the year. So we'll read that and we'll get caught up, so to speak. I feel like I'm doing that a lot, catching up on everything. We had a Pearl join us. Hello. She's eating a wrap, and then we'll be getting back to her knitting. Very nice. This is where I said hello, and I was kind of doing the same thing, getting a quick lunch, and I'm cross-stitching today. I saw this morning, and I was going to say something in Morning Time Pirates, and then I got distracted and forgot. But yes, Chuck Norris has passed away. He was 86. This is horrible news. I liked watching his movies. So I'll have to go. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know if I own any of his movies. I've seen them, but I don't know if I've owned them. I'll have to look through my DVD collection and see, and then watch a couple. But it's so sad. Molly says, oh, sorry about that, Jesse. I should have said in the Northern Hemisphere. And Molly says, hi, Glenda, Pearls, Literary, which is Jen, Amber, Vanessa, and Amanda. And oh, I hope I got everyone I already hadn't spoken to. Please forgive me if I have not. I think you got everybody covered. Pearl says, hi there, Molly. Amberly says, hi, Molly. How's the leveling? I saw a comment later in the chat, and I was like, what are they talking about? This makes more sense because I didn't see this one when I was briefly looking while I was eating. So I didn't see this one. So now when I get to the later comment, it'll make more sense. I was just like, what are they talking about? Pearl says to me, I see a furry little friend. To which I replied, yes, that is my cat Isis. Anytime I have any kind of food, it doesn't matter if it's spaghetti or chocolate chip cookies, or I had cereal this morning, she wanted to drink the milk, even though it was like a Reese's Puff cereal. She also tries to eat my stuffed hash browns. I mean, you name it, she will try to eat it. So, but yeah, that was my cat Isis, and she thinks that she can just inch just a little bit closer each time, and then she'll be able to steal food off my plate. But I watch her closely. Molly says leveling has hit a slowdown. LOL. I am 84. Hopefully soon I will be able to get in and kick booty to 90. Thanks for asking. Yes, that makes more sense now. Amberly says my husband switched over to retail. He's up to 83 at the moment. What game is this? Kelly is here. Happy time zone, my friends. I made it 0.63 miles, and I'm going to call that a win. I'm still not at 100% yet. That's good. You still got a little bit of a walk in. You didn't push yourself too hard. That's good. That's what, a little over half a mile, right? That's more than I would be able to do, to be honest. I get tired after like a lap around the theme parks. I have to sit and eat lunch and then do it again for another park. Amberly says, hey, Kelly. And Kelly's waving to Amberly. Pearl says, hi there, Kelly. And Kelly is waving to Pearl. Ren says, watched a couple episodes of the Windbreaker anime on Netflix and probably will read in the next sprint. What are you reading again, Ren? Remind me. Pearl says hi there to Ren. Amberly says, I read 50 pages in Memories Legion by James S.A. Corey. I'll do some spinning as soon as I finish this short story. I don't know if you can hear her, but my cat is somewhere in the house and she is meowing her head off. I don't know why. I'll have to go find her. Hopefully she's not stuck somewhere. Pearl says, I am working on a pink knit strawberry today. I saw the red one and that was absolutely adorable. I can't wait to see what the pink one's going to look like. I'm trying to just imagine the red one being pink, but it's easier when you just look at it. Ren says, I'll probably be finishing off my week with him by Joya Goffney. I don't think I've heard of that one. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Pearl says hi there to Amber Lee. Ren says hi, Pearl. Amber Lee also says hi to Pearl. Pearl says I'm a Samhain and Yule type too. Yeah, I only do I do the big ones. I keep forgetting about the little ones in between, but those are the two big ones. And then, like I said, I'll do the spring equinox and I'll do summer equinox. Kind of just, do the quarters of the year. World of Warcraft. I have never played that. Amberly, they had a new expansion come out recently. Ooh, I'm excited because I have 3 days left until the new DLC content for Spirit City. We're getting an Enchanted Garden, and I can't wait for that one. I think it comes out next Monday. So I'll probably be getting that because I'm excited. Mel says, I'm battling allergies, but going to start my homeschool lessons with the kiddo. Ooh. I know I have not been outside too much because I know my driveway is covered in those yellow strands of pollen that fall from the trees. So I know if I go outside, I'll come back in and I'll just be itching my eyes and stuff. So I'm going to have to start taking my allergy meds again just to combat all of the yuckiness. Hopefully homeschool lessons go well. And Pearl says, hi there, Mel. We still have 5 minutes on the chatty bit. Let me know what you guys have, if you guys have any plans for the rest of the day. I know once we do our final sprint here, then I will probably update and set up the next Maker's Quest ones. And I may continue to cross stitch, but I also want to do some reading today too. Glenda says, hey, Pearl, Kelly, and everyone who just joined. Mel says, hey to Pearl. Ren says, what's Samhain and Yule? Samhain and Yule. So Samhain is near Halloween. And for us, that is like Witch's New Year. So it's I'll find the actual, but that's pretty much what it is. It says it originates from Old Irish for Summer's End, but it's an ancient Celtic festival marking the new year, the final harvest, and the beginning of winter, the dark half of the year. It's celebrated around. It's usually on Halloween. They're saying November 1st here, but it's kind of like it goes into, so Halloween into November 1st. And it's basically like a time to honor the ancestors, commune with spirits, because they say that the veil is the thinnest at that time of year. And then Yule is pretty much the like winter solstice. So yeah, it says Yule is the winter solstice festival typically around December 21st, December 22nd, which is usually the first day of winter in the northern hemisphere. And we're celebrating the return of the sun, the light, and the rebirth of nature. It's usually a 12-day festival. And then it's to celebrate the mark of the longest night and honors the sun's return. So we usually have different like feasts and rituals, that kind of thing. It just depends on how you do it. I typically I use those as times that I can do like a cleansing of the house to go into each quarter. So I'll do it at Samhain and I'll do it at Yule. I have to do it for the spring because this is the first day of spring. So that's kind of why I'm decluttering and cleaning, and I'll cleanse the house and prep it for spring, and then I'll do it again in summer. I usually use it as a time to cleanse for the new quarter. Everybody does it differently. That's how I do it. My driveway is covered with snow, says Pearl. Is this a welcoming thing? Like, do you want the snow, or are you like bummed about it? I have like this little like hangnail piece. I need to find my clippers so I can get it. It's gonna bother me. Mel says my allergies come from our kitty, Dusty. She's shedding quite a bit for her spring coat, so I'm sneezing up a storm. Still love her though. There is there's a remedy. If I can remember it or find it. You like feed them something and it helps them not to shed as much. But it also makes it a little easier for them when they're shedding. If I remember it, I will put it in the chat. If not, when I find it, I'll put it in the chat if I see you. And Pearl says, hi there to Glenda. Ren says, I see. Learn something new every day. Mm-hmm. It's fun times, fun times. Ren says, in all the witchy books I think they call St. Mark's Eve. Now that I haven't heard of. Let me see. St. Mark's Eve. Now we do have that, but for us it would be April 24th. And that is let me see what it says. I don't pay attention to this one, so this is all new to me. St. Mark's Eve, those sitting had to keep silent between the bell tolling at 11 p.m. until the bell struck 1 a.m. It was said that the spirits of those who died during the year would be witnessed passing into the church. In Yorkshire, it was necessary to keep a vigil for 3 successive nights. I have never heard of this one. St. Mark's Eve is the day before the feast day of St. Mark's the Evangelist. Nope, I don't know this one. Interesting. I learned something new. Ren says, especially in the Raven Cycle series by Maggie Stiefvater. Oh, I have not read that one. I do have the books, but I haven't read it. Pearl says, no, I'm so sick of snow. I don't blame you. I have lived in several places that have snow, and that's why I moved to Florida. I don't want to shovel it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to drive in it. It's nice to look at, but I don't want to deal with it. That's where I'm at with it. We had a lot of snow in Alaska, and we had snow in Maryland, and then just, nope, I'm done. Mel says, yes, please. LOL, I would appreciate it. This was to the remedy. I will look it up. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it then. Remedy for cat shedding. It does say, Google says, this is not some of the this is not the one I was thinking of trying to find, but it says hydration, increasing wet food intake helps with hydration, which reduces shedding. Also, a diet, high quality diet with healthy proteins and essential fatty acids keeps the coat healthy. Oh, they actually they suggest brushing your cat outside in a designated area so that it's easy to clean and you don't have to worry about the buildup of fur inside. High quality proteins, chicken, fish, and turkey. Anything with the omega-3s and omega-6 fatty acids. Canned pumpkin will help cats. Just plain canned pumpkin will help cats with hairballs. And Who's the other one? Eggs. It was eggs. Eggs can help reduce shedding in cats by improving skin and coat health. It's packed with protein, biotin, and essential fatty acids. They are best fed cooked, boiled, or scrambled, and in moderation as a treat or a food topper. But it'll help reduce shedding because their coat will improve. There you go. It was eggs. So eggs and canned pumpkin will help. Canned pumpkin, I usually add a little bit to my cat's food, and it does help with the hairballs. It lessens the amount that they throw up. And then I haven't tried the eggs one yet, but I just found that one. So eggs is what helps with their shedding. And Kelly says, so what I'm hearing, Mel, is you have a dust allergy. Ren's laughing. Ren says, I've read book 1 in the Raven cycle. Still need to get through the other 3. Nice. I haven't gotten you farther than me. Ren says the audio sucks, so it needs to be an eyeball read for me. Ooh, gotcha. I'll test it with the first book and see. Ren says, but that's okay with me since it's more or less a middle grade series. Is it? I thought it was YA. I'll look. And Kelly says, sure, but you can't make an animal drink. Trust me, we spent thousands of dollars on a horse who just wouldn't drink. This is very true. Very true. All right. I am going to put up our final sprint banner. And then I started Kelly's comment. That was the last one. I don't see any others coming in. So let's go ahead and do our final sprint. And I will see everyone back in 45 minutes. Last one, so make it count. Well, hello and welcome back from that final sprint. How did everyone do? I'm going to finish this last little stitch here and then I'll show you what I did. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, so you'll have to let me know. Okay. Let me put this in. I always put my needle in my canvas. And I do it in a way that nobody can get stabbed. So if you hear background noise, it's because my husband just came home from work. But here is everything. Here is everything that I did. There's like a light blue stitching here. You guys might be able to see it, but that's the start, like the inner portion of the... We are on this side. So all of this right here, this light blue that you see, that is where we're at. So that's what I got done. So now I'll be able to clean up and move on to my next task. And we'll see how it goes. I might finish this color because I still have plenty of the string, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see where everyone got to and what we did today. And then we will skedaddle. Let's see, where did we leave off? I know we had a couple of people come in again as well. So, this is where we left off. Kelly said, sure, but you can't make an animal drink. Trust me, we spent thousands of dollars on a horse who just wouldn't drink. This is very true. And Ren said, it's YA, but reads younger-ish in some parts. Sounds like someone's getting into stuff in the kitchen, if you can hear that. And I said, gotcha to Ren about the book. Molly says, I am watching a hearing in Congress about the Ellison family wanting to buy Paramount. Noah Wiley is testifying. Noah Wiley. He's the one who plays the librarian, right? In the shows, The Librarians. I liked that show. If that's the same person. I didn't know that there was a hearing about it. Andy popped in, swinging by to say hi to Alicia and Pals, and I said hello back. And then Christina popped in. Hi, Alicia. I did not see this until just now, but I got you in all the places, LOL. Just a wee bit late. Sorry. No worries, because I said I was going to sprint earlier this week, and I just set up this one this morning. So, but be on the lookout because I will post one for next Friday. Let me see. Next Friday, the 27th, I'll have one. And the following Friday, which is April 3rd. So I will have these for those Fridays. Because I think I'm going to do Fridays. Because I don't think the Maker's Quest had anybody on Fridays. At least not for Eastern time. So we're going to... I'll see about doing the cross stitch for that. So no worries. It was kind of a last minute make it. I was trying to do it earlier this week and couldn't. So, but she's going to post all of the things, and I adore Christina for this. Maker's Quest Craftathon 2026, a year-long creative adventure for crafters everywhere announcement. That's the announcement video. Be sure to check that out if you haven't already. And also, Christina put in the Maker's Quest host and co-host videos playlist. So you can find all of the co-host videos there. We also have the Craft With Me Live Makers Quest Crafting and Productivity Sprint playlist. There's the link for that. We have all the links for you. And we love it. Makers, before we continue the quest, hydrate your vessel, thread the like button, stitch yourself into the subscribe circle, and fortify your creativity with a sip of something refreshing. I absolutely love this. I love how you come up with all of these creative things. And I never know how I'm going to be like how to read them because you always change them in the seasons. But there is the link. We'd love it. Here is show us what's blooming. Post your March makes in the Makers Quest channel in the Crafters Emporium Discord. Works in progress and finished projects. Ooh, we cannot talk today. But there's the link for the Discord. We love it. Kelly said book fault is frustrating her. I'm going to take a nap and come back to it refreshed. That is the best medicine. I hope you have a good nap. I don't know if you're still here or not, but have a good nap. Yes, come back with fresh eyes to the book vault, and hopefully it will cooperate. And then Christina was saying hi to Kelly, and Glenda said hello to Christina. Also, Molly gave hugs to Kelly. Ren said, made it to 51%, and thanks for sprints, Alicia. You're so welcome. And Laura joined us. Hello. I think you're new on this channel. Let us know, or if you've been here before. Amberly said, I got a bit of spinning done. I'm moving into a nice blue color now. Ooh. What was the color before? Did you have a different color or was it blue? And Kim popping in to say hi from work. It has been a day. Ooh, hugs, and I hope the rest of your day goes smoother. Just remember it's Friday, and hopefully you have tomorrow off. If not, I'm sorry. Hugs all around. Christina says hi to Kim. Kim says hi to Christina. Christina says at the same time on the next Fridays. Yes. I think I wrote it down as 12 to 2, mainly because I would then have to go and pick up the kids. I'd have to leave here. I would have to finish up no later than 2:30 in order to go get the kids from school. So that's why I just did like a 12 to 2 type. But I know I'll probably run a few minutes over. So I don't think there's anybody after me. I'll look again. Kim says, I wish I had time to craft. LOL, I've been getting used to full-time hours for work, and I am an exhausted human. I remember those days when I worked full-time or worked 2 jobs, and it was constantly, I always felt exhausted. Just take your time and do it when you have, like, spare time. Okay, we'll finish. Wait. Christina says, Tula actually did these, but yes, we like to make them to fit the readathon and season. Oh, I thought you made this one. Well, she's a very talented one as well. Christina says, hugs to Kim. And Amberly, it's a gradient of greens and blues. Ooh, very nice. Thanks, Christina, says Kim. And Christina says, I have been clearing tabs today. Went from like 20 down to 7. Ooh, look at you. That's what, 13? 13 that you've cleared out. Wow. I know you always have a lot of tabs. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for you. Kim says, have a puppy hug too. LOL, hit the doggy accident. Oh, by the little, because she put in hugs and then she put in a little puppy. I was wondering what that was for, but I was just gonna smile at it because it looks like he's smiling. We reread that one. Glenda says, thank you, Alicia, for hosting. See you all on Lexi's Crafty Sprints. If we have the link for Lexi's, you can go ahead and put that in if you have a wrench. And that way we know. Because she is doing today, yes? Maybe later today. Christina says, love the puppy hugs. Miss seeing yours. Give them snuggles. I know we haven't seen much of Kim's puppies. They're probably hanging out and taking naps. And Christina says, LOL, nope, I was taking too long. That vacay took a lot out of me. Oh. And Dee Dee popped in. Hey, hey, hey. Glad I caught you. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. Also, happy first day of spring. I don't know if it's spring where you are, but it's for us in the US. It is the spring equinox today. So, happy spring. I think my cross stitch is appropriate because it has flowers. It's not done. There'll be some yellow flowers that go here in this area and then the pink ones. So, when I'm done, it'll look like that. I'm trying to show it so that you don't have the glare. But that's what it'll look like when I'm done. It'll look like a mason jar with some flowers in it. All right. Well, that is all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you were able to get some reading or crafting done, some productivity, however you chose to use the sprints. I will see you around the interwebs. And don't forget that I have reading sprints on Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And I will see everybody then. If not, I'll see you in the comments. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your Friday and a good weekend ahead.